Good Sunday evening. Tonight's meditation is going to be possibly a little self-serving, but it's going to be focusing on slowing down. This time of year is just busy, and this weekend for me was particularly busy. And when my body is moving and going from one thing to the next, I can also have my mind be going from one thing to the next. And so I think this is something folks can relate to. So we'll get started, and hopefully this will help you to also slow down. So to close your eyes if that feels comfortable, taking whatever is a mindful stance for you. Maybe it's seated with legs, feet on the floor, or maybe your legs are crossed. Or you're lying down, however you feel most grounded. And I want to invite you to actively notice your mind's activity. Maybe it has also been clipping along as the weekend winds down. As some begin to prepare for back to school, the extracurriculars, and some who are already have their kids back in school. Taking this moment to bring attention down to the body and observe an inhale and an exhale. And you may notice that your mind and attention will wander. It'll get back in that loop of thinking about what's next or analyzing what has been. And that's okay. It's when we notice, we flex that mental and attentional mindfulness muscle. And if you find that it's challenging to stay out of the mind's eye or where we have thoughts and being here in your body, inviting you to identify a way to actively slow down thoughts. This is not something that is easy to do, and sometimes imagery can be extremely helpful here. So imagining that your mind is a conveyor belt, and it moves, and different topics are on that conveyor belt. When our mind is racing, that conveyor belt is going very quickly. And so in the imagery, in your mind's eye, actively, intentionally slowing it down. The same contents, the same thoughts may be there, and when we slow it down, we can be just a little more intentional with how we are interacting and what else is activated. We're less taken away with a particular thought. Because as our thoughts move, they can pick up momentum, pulling a lot of other things in with them. And then we are completely out of this moment. And if you notice the mind's wandered, gently and firmly guiding it back. Maybe you're still anchoring in the body. Maybe you are imagining the conveyor belt. Noticing what happens when you actively work on slowing down. If any movement needs to occur during this meditation, being intentional about those movements. Noticing the thought prior to an urge and then the actual action. All of these steps often happen so quickly, we aren't aware of them. Just noticing what it's like to even to have slowed down your body to be here and sitting. What's that like? What do you notice? And again, bringing the attention back down to the body if it has not been, and taking another round of breath, observing the depth, other qualities that might arise. Just noticing. And then as we end, I'll ring the bells and I invite you to listen, taking in the sound until you can hear no more. All right, thanks for joining me. And I hope that as you move out of this space for this meditation, that you can do it with some intention and even slower movement. Our body and mind, we've got a feedback loop going on. So sometimes when we slow down our body, it can sometimes help with our mind. All right, have a wonderful start to the week. Bye.